Good day, everyone. You are welcome to Love With. I'm Elizabeth Ife-Adetona, popularly known as Mother Treasure. On Love With today, we'll be looking into the fact that your situation is not enough reason for you to settle for less. With the help of God, I will be admonishing you. I will be letting you realize that your situation, regardless, whatever it is that is happening around you, is not enough reason to make you or push you into settling for less in a man. Yes, in a man, because today I'll be facing the ladies. So your situation is not enough reason to settle for less in a man. Let me tell you, it does not matter what your life has turned to. It does not matter what is going on with you. It does not matter what has even happened in your past. I'm telling you that these things, this situation, these challenges, these boards, or what you call boards, are not enough reason to make you settle for less in a man. They are not enough reasons. Don't worry, as we will go in the message, you will understand me better, because of course I will be bringing out some points, some issues, some situations that people find themselves, or that is happening in people's life, or that has gone into your past, and the devil is pushing it to your face. The devil is telling you that there's no way you are getting a good man, there's no way you are getting the best of man, there's no way you are this, you are that, and it's pushing you to understand that, or to settle for the fact that there's no one that is going to appreciate you because this thing is not in your life, or this thing has happened in your past. So I'm here as the mouthpiece of God to tell you that those things, they are lies from the devil. They are lies from the pit of hell. Your past is rough, your past is bad, your past is this, is that. In fact, the fact that you have such past is a pointer to the fact that the Lord wants to use you. The fact that you have such past is pointing to the fact that the Lord wants you to help other people, not to fall into the pit that you are falling into. It does not make you useless. It does not make you object to be discarded. It does not turn you into an irrelevant person. The fact that that has happened in your past means that, in fact, God wants to use you. God is interested in you. God takes delight in using your story to help others, so that they do not fall victim, so that others will be helped not to enter into that same pit that you have entered into. So it will be so unreasonable of you to accept the lie from the devil that, oh, because this has happened in your life, because this has gone in your past, then you are supposed to be useless, then you are supposed to be nobody, you're supposed to be ashamed all the rest of your life. No, that is not it. The devil is just trying to expand what is not. The Lord has forgiven you. He wants to use that story to help people, to equip people, to make sure others do not fall into the pit. And let me tell you, whatever it is that has happened in your past is very unique. I mean, it is very unique. And that is the message. That is the message. The Lord wants you to use that message to bless lives. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say someone that got married and is unable to give birth as soon as they get married. Let's say they have to spend years, like 4, like 5, or even 10 years before getting a child. You will agree with me that if that person eventually have a child, and they are now have to be the one to encourage those that are still in that situation, I mean those that are yet to have a child, it will be very, very easy to understand what these people are going through. And the fact that you understand what people that are in this situation goes through, it's differently. Somebody that has not been in that situation, do not worry, I'm not trying to shame anybody, I have been there. Somebody that have not been in this situation before will not understand what it means to get very anxious, to get very sad, to be very hopeful at the same time when your menstruation period is approaching. When the time you have your menstruation is approaching, such cannot understand the amount of grief you are experiencing. Let's now say, especially when it happens that you have been looking forward to seeing your period. You don't even know if you are looking forward or you don't want it to come or whatever. You have mixed feelings. You are so anxious, the anxiety is so much. Could it be that I've gotten pregnant? Could it be that I'm pregnant? Could it be this? Could it be that? You're so anxious, you are scared for yourself, and you are hopeful at the same time. Ah, God, please let it be the one. In fact, and you get to a point, to get to a stage that it is the day that your period is supposed to come and it's not coming forth. And you're saying you are now caught in between to do test or to wait, because all these months that have gone by, you have actually been doing tests. You have situations or situation of 3 days mixed period. You do your pregnancy test and it still come out negative. So, and back and forth like that. Now you know what it means, you know how it feels, all those period, what you are feeling, you are the one that knows. Then you pass through months like that, you survive months like that. There are times your period do as if it will not come, and you are pregnant, and you are even having pregnancy, all manner of pregnancy symptoms. You know, you have not confirmed if you are pregnant, you're having pregnancy symptoms, you are happy, you are excited, at the same time you are sad, at the same time you are expecting to be disappointed, because that has been the way it used to happen. But this time you also want to put in that faith, you want to put in that courage that it's going to come, my period is not going to come, I'm going to have a child, I am pregnant, and all of that. You are going through that phase, you know what it means, and eventually it happens that even after 7 days of a missed period, you are having you have done test, the test is negative, you have gone to Google, you know, you Google search, you research, can I be pregnant? I don't know. Can I be pregnant and my home test will bring negative? Can I be pregnant and this will be happening? You've had, and with so much fear, anxiety, and hope, trust in God, faith, you keep praying, you keep, and eventually after 7 days or even 10 days, your period showed up. Hey! The level of disappointment, and you broke down crying. You're so exhausted, you're so tired, and you've had so much faith. You've trusted God. If this month should be my month, and all of that. You know what it means if you see someone that is in that shoe. Let's now say you are now out of that situation. The Lord has shown you mercy and you are out of that situation. You are so happy, you are so excited. If you move close to someone that is in that situation you just left, I mean that scenario you just left, you will understand when they cry. You know, you feel every bit of the drop of tears that come from their eye. You feel every drop of their tears. When they nag, you understand. When they are fearful, you understand. When they are anxious, you understand. When they are scared, you understand. When they have faith, you understand. This minute they are using faith, you understand. The next minute they are talking like somebody without faith, you understand. Because you have been there. Somebody that got married, that the night she slept with her husband, she just got pregnant. The following month, she's already throwing up. She didn't even know that she's already pregnant. She just realized that, oh, my period is not coming. I'm feeling nauseated. I'm feeling this. Somebody like that cannot move close to someone or try to encourage someone that is trusting God, that has been trusting God for 10 years in marriage, that has been trusting God for 5 years, that has been trusting God for 3 years, 2 years, and you such person will now approach you and be saying, I understand. You will look at her like, you that you got pregnant the very first time your husband slept with you, understand what I am passing through. I've spent 10 years in this situation. You can never understand. And that is the fact. You cannot understand. I just use that situation to explain the fact that your situation, your past, what has happened in your past, is should be something to be used to encourage someone. Should be something to be used to encourage someone. It is very, very important that you come out, that you speak up, that you wear your whatever with pride and understand that God wants to use that message in your past to help other people. I believe you understand. So whatever it is that you are going through is not enough reason to bow your head in shame. Whatever has happened in your past is not enough reason to bow your head in shame, to relegate yourself and think, oh, I'm not important. Let's see some of the situations that people find themselves and they just think, oh, because this has happened to me, because this has happened in my past, then I must be very useless. There's no way I can be relevant. And most importantly, even if you think you are very useless, I've just told you that you are not useless. Even if you now think you are very useless, you are not important, you are not this, please do not settle down for less in a man because of these issues. Let's take, for example, somebody that was raped. The person might be like, oh, I was raped, and because of that, they now feel rejected. They feel they are not worth a good man. They feel less of women. It's a lie. The devil is just trying to make you feel very useless. So that because the devil takes delight in you missing it in marriage. He understands how powerful a home is. He understands how powerful a wonderful home, a good home is. And if you miss it in marriage, he understands that he has conquered everything that has to do with you. You understand that he has won this battle over your life. Will you allow him win? No. If I were you, I will not allow him to win. Let me tell you that you were raped is not enough reason to settle down for less in a man. It is not enough reason to settle down for less in a man. It does not remove your pride. Yes. It does not remove your dignity. It does not remove the fact that you are useful. It does not remove the fact that you are a child of destiny. It does not remove the fact that God wants to use you. It does not remove the fact that you were created with a purpose, and this purpose you are going to fulfill. Do not allow the devil lie to you. Because by the time you are lost in thought of, oh, I was raped, I have been raped, what can I do? Somebody who would marry somebody like me that is no longer a virgin, a victim of rape. Anybody that think you are not worthy of being married to because you were raped should just get out of your life. They should get out of your life. It's as simple as that. Let them get out. If they are so shallow-minded, if their mind is so closed that the only thing that they think is useful in your life is the fact that you are a virgin, then you do not belong into their life. Let them just leave. Let them get lost. Because a man will come into your life now and be treating you like he's doing you a favor by marrying you. Because of what? Because you were raped. I didn't mean to be insensitive. I understand how being raped can mess with your brain, how it can mess with your emotions, how it can mess with your dignity, with your pride and all of that, with your self-esteem. But girl, it doesn't reduce you. It doesn't reduce the powerful girl, the powerful woman that the Lord created. It doesn't reduce the fact that you were born to become someone great. It doesn't reduce the fact that the Lord wants to use you. It doesn't reduce the fact that the Lord wants you to get married to a good man, and a good man you will get married to. If any man think you are not worthy, then let them live your life. You didn't kill someone. You are not a murderer. You were just a victim of circumstances. You're just a victim of whatever that is going on in the society. You're not less of a human. So that you were raped is not enough reason to settle for less in a man. And quickly, I will take another point with that. And that is for the people that think, oh, I'm no longer a virgin. Whether you were raped or something happened in your past, let's now say you even went to a man's house, he had sex with you, okay, you have numerous boyfriends, blah, 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 you're no longer a virgin. It is still not enough reason to settle for less in a man. Do not allow any man treat you like they are doing you a favor by marrying you. Because of what? Because you're no longer a virgin. Do not misquote me. Being a virgin is good, it's beautiful, but you need to understand that you're not a virgin does not have anything to do with getting a good man. There are good men out there that doesn't care about your virginity. I mean, it's not because they do not want to care, but they will understand your past with you. If anybody is in your life and does not understand the fact that this not being a virgin or being raped does not determine your value, then you shouldn't be in that person's life. You shouldn't get married to them. Allow nobody maltreat you. Allow nobody treat you like you are nothing. Allow nobody rubbish you. Because of what? Because you are no longer a virgin. So you need to get that, because many ladies ladies think that, oh, since I'm no longer a virgin and they say virginity is this and that and that and that, then I can just settle for any man. Okay, who will even marry me? Let me just settle for someone. You are not going to do that. You are not going to do that. Anybody that cannot value this, not being a virgin, is part of you now. It's part of your package. Anybody that is coming into your life should embrace it. They should accept it. If they are not accepting it, let them get lost. Do not settle for less in a man because you're no longer a virgin or because you are raped. Another thing that people think, if it happens to them or if it's in their life, they are supposed to settle for less, is when they are not educated. Or somebody will say, I'm not educated, so what can I do? Anybody I see, I manage. I disagree with you. You don't have to see anybody and manage. You don't have to manage anybody you see, or anybody that sees you, or anybody that comes into your life. That's how some men, you will approach a lady. You know she's not educated. It's not as if not being educated is not something you can even hide. So it's so glaring she is not. Only to go into relationship with them or get married to them and be dragging them, tarnishing their image, trying to destroy their esteem and quoting the fact that they are not educated. Who does that? Why do you get married to her in the first place? Not being educated is something that cannot be hidden. So it means you saw it. It was there all along. So why did you get married to her? You now married her finish and you are now claiming she's not educated, she cannot follow you to some places, she cannot raise your kids, she cannot this, she cannot, and you are trying to drag her in the mud, you are trying to puncture her esteem at every opportunity that you get. Ladies, it is not enough reason to settle for less in a man that you're not educated. See, if you even think that you want to learn some things like learn some basic English, some communication skills in English so that you can communicate and all of that, it's beautiful, it's good. But let me tell you, even if you have decided to be an illiterate all your life, I'm telling you, it is still not enough reason to settle for less in a man. I'm telling you, it is still not enough reason to settle for a man that will rubbish you, to settle for a man that will just mess with your emotions, that will mess with your self-esteem, that will mess with you, that will beat you, that will treat you like you are a trash. It does not make you a trash. Of course, you might not get married to someone that is educated, but I tell you, there are people that are not educated. There are good men that are not educated. There are good men that can take care of a woman, that can pamper a woman, that gives a woman attention, that treats a woman like a queen that she is, that are not educated. So what happened to those people? So why do you have to be with somebody that is educated when you are not, when you are not educated, of only for the person to be treating you like you are some kind of pure water nylon? It's wrong. So even if you have decided, I'm telling you again, you have decided to be an illiterate all your life, then you can still get married to someone that loves, that cherishes, that adores you. That's where I'm going. And even if you are trying to pick some skills, some language, communication skills, like learn some things, it's good. At least for yourself, it's good. And that is enough. You don't have to go back to school to go and study whatever, because somebody think you should do it. If you want to do it for yourself, then fine. If you do not want to do it, it's enough to learn how to communicate in English, basic stuff that can help you to speak when you go out there, little things that you have to do. Because of course, it's not everybody that will carry microphone that will be speaking. It's not everybody that will do public speaking. So the little that you do, just make sure you do it. You can navigate your way through, and probably some English skills because of your children. And that is if you want to do it. What I'm trying to say is that that does not reduce your value. You don't get it. It does not reduce the fact that you are a queen. It does not reduce the fact that you are not educated. It does not reduce the fact that you are supposed to be cherished, that you are supposed to be loved, that you are worthy of an attention. I mean, it does not remove the fact that you are supposed to be a queen and mom. Yeah, because after all, it does not mean that you don't have the sense. It does not mean that you are daft. take it or leave it. It does not mean you cannot do a business and succeed. It does not mean you cannot make money. Yes, there are many of us that our parents are not, they can't speak English, and they are doing well for themselves. They are being loved, they are being cherished. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not even trying to say don't take up that skills. I'm not even trying to say don't learn some things. I'm not even trying to say don't know how to speak English. I'm not even trying to say don't go to school. I'm just trying to say that, okay, now you are uneducated and you don't want to be educated. That is what you want for yourself. Then it does not mean that you should settle for less than a man, because a lady will feel like, okay, since I'm not educated, I cannot speak good English, then why not manage this one? This man is even trying to manage me. Manage you as well. There is a man that will love you, that will not manage you, that is proud of who you are. Let me tell you, a man that loves and cherishes you will even take advantage of the fact that you cannot speak English. Will even take advantage of the fact that you are not educated. Will even take the advantage of the fact that you are a local girl, and will make something out of being local. Okay, what of, let's say you speak good Yoruba, like you speak thick and conk Yorubas. Even though you don't go to school, you cannot speak English and all of that, but you speak conk Yorubas. What of going on the internet and teach people Yoruba? Okay, those of you that English is everything that you do all your life, and you want your child to learn, you can even take Yoruba lessons. Just teach children how to speak good Yoruba. And even if it's not possible for you to teach children, there are people that I see on social media that the only thing they do is to do stuff in Yoruba. I even saw someone on Instagram. I stumbled on someone on Instagram one day, and she was teaching science. She was teaching all these medical terms in pure Yoruba. Yes, the lady understands English. I'm just saying, your man, the one that loves you, the one that likes you the way you are, will even create an opportunity out of the thing that you think is a disadvantage to you. So why settle for less in a man? There is someone that loves you like that. There is someone that appreciates you like that. I believe you understand my point. Okay, another point is my parents are not responsible. My parents are not responsible. Some ladies think that when they have an irresponsible parent is enough reason to settle for less than a man. I will not dispute the fact that not having a responsible parent have a long way to go in your life. But I need to tell you that whatever has happened in your past is not your fault. But whatever happens to you henceforth, I mean, starting from now that you are listening to me, is your fault. I mean, now your life is in your hand. Whatever has happened in your past, let it go. Let it be there in your past. You don't have a responsible parent. Now sit down, tell yourself, I do not have a responsible parent, but I'm going to be a responsible one to my children. I'm going to be a responsible parent to my children. Then look into, what can I do? What am I supposed to do? One of the things is to have knowledge on how to probably make money, have knowledge on how not to settle for less in a man. I mean, the will of God, somebody that will love and cherish you. Get knowledge on that. Get knowledge on parenting. I think those three things are important. If you are coming from such background, get knowledge on parenting, and those are going to help you. Now that many of you think, oh, my parents are not responsible, let me just get, and you just think, let me just get married, let me just be in a man's arm and forget about the sorrow of my life. If you try that and you do the mistake to marry the wrong man, it is from fry pan to fire. I mean, your children will even be in a worse situation, will even be in a worse situation than you are or than you used to be. It's not enough reason that your parents are not responsible. If you do not come from a good family, make sure that a good family come from you. And that is your responsibility, like I have said. Whatever is in your past, let's just forget about it. Then forge ahead. Get knowledge. Get knowledge about important things in your life. Get knowledge about how to raise a child, get knowledge about making money, and get knowledge about purpose, get knowledge about knowing the right person. It is very, very important how to get the right man. It's very important, and that is all you need. Not to escape into a man's arm and the man will now be treating you anyhow, be treating you in a way that does not even worth it at all. And if you're a parent and you are watching me, you are looking at me, please pay attention to your kids. Be responsible as much as possible, because whether you like it or not, this thing is going to hurt them. It's going to haunt them when they grow up. And I've realized, mingling with people over the years, I've realized that a child that come from a responsible home, like their our parents or his parents are responsible, do not crave for unnecessary attention, because most of the time these children that come from irresponsible fathers, that have responsible fathers out there, crave for unnecessary attention, and they end up in the arm of men. That being said, I'm not saying as single, if you are looking at me now, say, okay, you know it's not our fault, it's your fault. You have listened to this message, then you can help yourself. Please do not put yourself in the arm of a man that will not cherish you, in the arm of a man that will not love you, that will not like you. It's very, very important. Another reason that people feel they should settle for less in a man is when they have given birth. Oh, I have given birth before. I'm a single mother. It's almost everywhere now. I'm a single mother. Then people will tell you, just whatever you see, just take it and manage it. I disagree with that. I disagree with that. If I am ever in that situation, if I've given birth before, I tell you, I would rather not, because I don't know. Many of you will still not learn from the past. You will still not learn from your mistake. And that is the worst thing that can happen to anybody. Not learning from your mistake, not learning from your fall. You fall, rise up, pick lessons and move on, forge ahead. Then you want to settle down for less in a man because of what has happened, because of your past mistake. What's the correlation? If I'm ever in that situation, I'm not going to settle for less. I would rather stay single, be working, take good care of my child. However, what many of you do not know is that when you understand your value enough, when you understand yourself enough, and understands that regardless of what has happened to you, you are still valuable. You present yourself valuable. Somebody will come into your life that will value you. I mean, will value you and even value the fact that you have given birth. You didn't see people celebrating the fact that they get married to someone that have given birth before. You see, it doesn't matter. That is my message. It doesn't matter what has gone into your past, what has happened into your past. There is someone that is willing to cherish you. I mean, that is willing to cherish that thing you called mistake. Yes. Someone that is willing to value that thing you call mistake. There are always advantages in these things. It could even happen that someone that loves you, that cherishes you, that adores you, that will worship the ground you walk on, cannot even father a child. And they love the fact that you already have a child for yourself. And they want to get married to you. He wants to marry you. He will do everything for you. And as for him, he's ready to adopt. But they are even relieved. They are so relieved with the fact that they are not dragging you into whatever is going on in their life. You don't know that there are people like that. That is a whole big thing for them, something that they love and cherishes. They love and cherish the fact that they are not dragging you into whatever is happening in their life. And if you are someone that already have a child, they love the fact that you already have a child and they want to marry you. So whatever it is, you already have your own child. Be in my life, take care of me, let's adopt together. I'm just saying, in everything, in that situation that you think, oh, it has gone, I've given birth to a child, so any man that is willing to manage me now, I don't mind. They will now get married to you, now treat you like a trash, and treat your child like a trash. You now drag your child into your foolishness. Because it is out of foolishness to think that the fact that you have given birth before is a pointer to the fact that you're not going to get a good man. Says so. There are people out there that appreciate single mother, that do not have anything, they do not have any problem at all. There are even people that will come into your life not because they want to marry you, but they just there. And at one point in time, they realize that this woman is a gold. That she has given birth is not enough reason. It's even useless to judge her with the fact that she has given birth. And they love you and you enjoy the rest of your life. You don't know that when you present yourself like somebody that is valueless, that is nothing, to men. They take it up from there and they begin to ride on you. They begin to ride on you. They begin to treat you anyhow because of course you do not understand that you are valuable. So until you begin to talk like somebody that is valuable, that has some value, until you begin to work like somebody that has some value, until you begin to do your things with the mindset. I mean, having it at the back of your mind that you are something, you are huge, then no man is going to respect you. And most times, I usually do not blame men that treat women like they are trash. Because if you understand that you are not a trash and you're not to be treated anyhow, they're not born any man well to treat you like a trash. If you understand that you can't be treated like trash, if you understand that you are powerful, if you understand that you are beautiful, if you understand that you have strength, if you understand that you are valuable, if you understand that you are a queen, if you understand that you are great, there is no man, I've not seen that man, that will be bold enough to treat you otherwise. I've not seen that man that will have enough audacity to treat you otherwise. None. When they see that you respect yourself, you know your worth, you know your value, they play along. That is them. That's why I see when people get married, when somebody gets married and the husband is beating her, beating her, beating her, beating her, I just look at it and just say, the guy, honestly, there's no amount of things you say that actually moves me because when I look at it, I see somebody that wants to be beaten. I see a woman that wants to be beaten. If a man talk to you anyhow, I see a woman that wants to be talked to anyhow. If a man drag your self-esteem, I see a woman that wants to be dragged, that wants her esteem to be tarnished. If a man treats you like you are nothing, I see a woman that wants to be treated like she is nothing. I don't have any business with any man. Kiniko, kiniko. I see you like I see the whole situation like you want it, there you have it. Because if you do not want it, there is no single man that can do it for you. You cannot beat me. What did you drink? What are you high on? You cannot beat me. You cannot talk to me like I'm your slave. You cannot talk to me like I'm your child. You cannot talk to me. You cannot abuse me. You cannot bring me down with words. You cannot shatter me with words. I can't stay in that space. I can't even be there. If I'm in relationship with you and you slap me, ah, whatever lesson you pick from slapping me after we have scattered everything. Whatever lessons you pick from slapping me, my dear, you are going to apply that lesson on another person, not on me. I do not care. You have changed. I do not care. Whatever lessons you have picked, move forward and apply that lesson. That's what I'm going to do. Because if I let it go, of course you're going to do it again and again and again. Because if I let it go the first time, what a man decodes is that you can beat me again. Yeah, that is what a man sees. If a man beats you and say, I'm sorry, I'm this, I'm that, and you say, okay, it's not your fault, okay, I understand, okay, what the message you just passed to that man is that, Mr. Man, you can beat me again. Yeah, he will beat you again, he will apologize, he will beat you again, he will apologize, he will beat you again, he will apologize. And the cycle continues. That's what's going to happen. So if a man beats you in relationship and you didn't pack your bag, he might not touch you again. All true. I mean, even if you spend 5 years in that relationship, he might not touch you again. But my dear, you are going to shop cane again when you get married. Even if it is once, you are going to shop again. So the message you are passing is that you can beat me again. You have given them the license to do it again. You have given them the license to experience whatever it is they were experiencing when they beat you. When a man beats you and is saying, oh, I'm so sorry, I was angry, oh, you upset me, you do this, and you said, okay, there is no problem. Apology accepted. And you move on with the relationship. What I've just told the man is that anytime you feel like this again, you can just beat me. Anytime you feel unstable, you can beat me. Anytime you feel angered, you can beat me. Anytime I upset you, you can beat me. That is what you are saying. You have given that man the license to keep beating you. Amen. So I was talking from you have given birth is not enough reason. Okay, some people will say, I've done abortion before. Yes, there are some people that have done abortion before, and they think now because they have aborted, they are not supposed to demand for a good man. They are not supposed to have a good spouse in their house. They are not supposed to have somebody sensible in their life. That is not true. The fact that you have aborted before does not mean anything. It does not reduce who you are. It does not reduce how valuable you should be. I mean, even if you have lost your womb, let me tell you, all these things. Somebody will tell you, who will marry somebody that has aborted before and have lost their womb? If you have a brother, can you allow them to marry? I cannot even dictate for my brother. Where I'm going is, you don't, you don't know that when somebody is old enough to make a decision of make a decision of getting married, they are old enough to decide whoever they want to get married to. A prostitute, somebody that has aborted, somebody that has lost their womb, and it's their business. It does not matter. There are men that don't care. There are men that didn't send you. Okay, let's look at it this way. There are men that cannot even father a child, and they won't mind getting married to somebody that has lost her womb, and they will cherish her. They don't mind, okay, let's abort. I mean, it's as even good as there are men that are very fertile and they are going to marry you without a womb and agree to adopt a child with you. They are going to treat you very well. You ask me, where can I find such man? You don't need to look for such man. You just need to understand. You need to first believe that there are men that whatever it is that has happened in your life does not matter to. That whatever has happened in your life does not reduce you, does not reduce your value, and that is enough. And that man will come along. If you are the one that think, okay, you're supposed to settle for less in a man, you're supposed to go for a man that slaps you, because you have done abortion before, because you have lost your womb. When will the serious man, the man that understands that this thing does not matter, when will he see you? When? When is he going to see you? When? So you are in a man's life. He's beating you at every opportunity to shame you. He shames you. And you are there because I've done abortion before. I've lost my womb. Is it not better that you just rent for yourself a room? That just rent for yourself a self-contained, a mini flat, a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, as you have the capacity, and live your life to fullest. Is it not better that you can even be single and look for a child to train? You can adopt. You can look for a child to train. If it is, please don't make the mistake. Whatever it is that has happened in your life should not push you to making the mistake of being in a man's life. You are not supposed to be in the life of a man that does not value you because of anything at all. It will be better for you to remain single. It will be better for you to remain single than get married to what you cannot explain, than get married and cry for the rest of your life, than get married and have to go, be sad, go from one situation to another. The devil is selling lies to you that there are no men that will cherish you. There are plenty. And you don't have to look for them like I have said. You just need to do you, and they will come around. So another person is the fact that they think they are ugly. I use the word think they are ugly because in actual sense, I don't think there is an ugly woman or even an ugly man. When I see people that we considered ugly, me personally, I just see someone that does not know what fits them. I just see someone that doesn't pay attention to themselves. I just see someone that doesn't pay attention to what fits them and what goes well with them. If you are very dark, you are as dark as the bottom of a pot, as the back of a pot. There are things that you can use. There are clothes that you can wear to bring the beauty in that blackness. If you have big forehead, there are hairstyles that are good for you. If you have big cheeks, big eyeballs, there are things that you can use that are good for you. You have big hips, your buttocks are bigger than your body. There are clothes that fit this buttock. So everything that you think is a disadvantage to you, there are ways to manage them. There are ways to manage them. You are not just paying attention to them. Even somebody that you think is pretty, that you think is beautiful, that you think is this and that, look at them. Okay, look at people that you think are, anytime they come out, they are stunning, they're always looking beautiful. Look at them. You will see something like, when you look at the kind of hairstyles that they make, you will see that they don't have more than, let's say, two, three, or even four hairstyles. They have some style of clothes that they wear. Look into it. These people do not wear anything they see. They do not wear any clothes that is in market. They do not wear any clothes that is in store. They do not wear every style that comes out. They just do them. Be yourself. They look for what fits them. Even if it is four styles, they keep repeating those four. Look at it very well. If there is anyone on social media that you think anytime they come out, they are just looking stunning, look at them. They don't wear every style and any style. They have styles they wear, and that is the secret behind somebody being beautiful. People look at me, people have come in contact with me, they say, oh, you're beautiful, you're naturally beautiful, you're naturally this, you're naturally that. I said, okay, thank you, God bless you. But when I interact with people on a more deeper level, I tell them, there are ways I can pack my ears. This is my ear, this is my plenty ear. There are ways I can pack them, and I will not be so, that at the end of the day, it won't be so fine. Especially now that I've added some weight. If I should pack my hair very tightly and I tie the length instead of spreading it out like this, there's no way I'm going to look as pretty as I am. Yes, because I have cheeks, my cheek is big, I've added weight, I have cheeks, I know this place is wide, is broad. If I'm packing my hair and I'm not creating some kind of shadow to this side, then this place will be so flat and this place will be very tiny. Then the proportion is not matching each other. Then I will not be looking as beautiful. So with my size, there are styles that I love to wear, but I cannot wear. Because if I wear them, it will be reducing, it will even affect my esteem because the way I'm going to come out in them. And somebody like me, I love it when I dress. I want everybody to be wow. That's the kind of person I am. So I can't wear anything. My stomach is big. I'm not ashamed of it, of course, but I'm supposed to dress my best. So I'm not going to enter one clothes that my stomach will come out from me like I'll give birth tomorrow. I'm not going to enter any clothes that my buttock will be calling attention. So what I'm saying is that no one is ugly. You're not just paying attention to the fact that you're not paying attention to what you're supposed to do. You're not paying attention to what fits you. You're not paying attention to what goes well on your body. And if you pay attention to them, it's going to help you. But if after doing everything you think you can do to help yourself, somebody still think you are ugly, then let them get out of your life. They are not supposed to be there. They are not worth it. That is why if you are doing anything at all, it should be for yourself first. It should be for yourself first. So that is when the whole thing will worth the energy and everything you put into it. Because at the end of the day, you try to do this and that, and somebody will still think you are a nonsense woman. There are people that have done BBL, they have done breast, they have reduced tummy, they have tried as much as possible, risk their lives, put their life under knives, saw death face to face because they want to, bring out some kind of body that they believe in their head is the best. And men are still beating them. I mean, they get married to someone that still beats them. They get married to someone that still torture them, to someone that think they are still nothing with all the sacrifice. So you should know that just do you. Everybody will be fine. Whoever loves you will come along. Whoever does not love you should just be on their lane. It's as simple as that. So if somebody think you are ugly, let them go. Let them live your life. There are some, I've seen people that that you even, if you want to divine what ugly is, you don't even have to look into dictionary. Just point at them. I'm not abusing anybody. I'm just saying the reality. We have at one time or the other see people like that, that in our own this thing we think they are ugly. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean they are ugly after all. We think they are ugly, that if we want to describe an ugly person, we just point at them. They are with the best of men. There are people that you consider very fat. But you surround, see how this person is very fat, is not even looking, and they will get married to someone that will pamper the fatness, that will pamper the big, the Sora, that does not even send anybody. They love it like that, they cherish them like that. You've seen people you consider very tiny, that you think, who even marry this one? You are like a bone, and you see them get married to a man that will love them, to a man that cherishes them. Now look around you. There would be someone that you think is too fat to have a good man. There will be someone that you think is too slim to have a good man. There is someone that you think is too ugly to have a good man. There is someone that you think has a bad character. That character is too bad to have a good man. Look around you. There will always be somebody in that situation, in that shoe, and that have the best man ever. What does that tells you? That tells you that it does not actually matter in the end who you are. Whatever is going on in your life, whatever is happening in your life, it does not actually matter. That is the message. I've not come to preach have good behavior, have good character, invest in yourself. We'll talk about that at some other time. What I'm saying is, even if you have decided not to invest in yourself, yeah, there is a man that do want a woman that does not want to invest in herself. And it's cool. Amen. Okay. Some people will say they live because they live in a remote area, then they are supposed to settle down for anyhow man. And in some cases, they will say because they live in the city. We've had people that live in Lagos, they will say, if you are in Lagos, Lagos men are this, they are that, they are whatever you see, just manage. And some people are thinking, oh, I'm in a remote area, this village, where can you get a good man? It means something is actually wrong with how you think and how you reason. And that is one of the reasons you're not going to get a good man. So, because a place is a village or a remote area, means that there are no good men there. There are good men everywhere. There are good men in villages. There are good men in cities. There are good men in a place that you even think is very corrupt. There are good men everywhere. So do not allow anybody sell the lie of, oh, in Lagos, just manage whatever you see. Then you believe that anybody that even come along and propose to you at all, they are doing you a favor. If I leave her now, all of them are the same. Says who? They are not the same. There are good men everywhere. So whether you're in the city or you're in a local area, there are good men there. And the good men of the city, if that is what you want, the good men of the city is what you will have. If you're in a local area, the good men of the local area is what you want, you will see. In the city of Lagos, that everyone is shouting, there are no good men, there are no good men. You've not seen people that are married in Lagos and everybody is shouting God when. You've not seen an old woman and an elderly man that are married. They came from village, the two of them. They are not even learned. They came from village and they got married. The two of them got married in the village and everybody loves to be around them because their love is so sweet. I saw on the internet one day a video was trending, a video of a woman that with her husband, they were old people, old couple, and they crossed the road and got to the middle of the road, and the woman said, I don't know what happened, but the woman is giving attitude. The woman does not want to continue with the crossing of the road, and the man was trying to beg, and at the end of the day, we saw the video. We didn't know what we were talking about, but we saw that the man was patient enough to sort whatever it is and help her carry her bag and hold her hand to climb this thing that used to be at the middle of the road. I don't know what the name is called. And they crossed the road. And people were commenting. And when I saw the video, I just said, this is what I'm talking about. So somebody, a young lady is somewhere receiving slap. One old woman is being pampered, is receiving attention, is living the best of her life. So do not fall for that lie. There are good men everywhere. Okay, some people think that they come from a polygamous family is enough reason to settle for less. Says who? That you come from a polygamous family should be your biggest motivation to have it right in your own marriage. It should be the biggest push. It should be something that will push you to get it right. It should be something that should keep remind you every man, a man that is not what you comes into your life that they must go, they must leave, they must not stay. That is what should happen. They must not stay. They must go. They shouldn't be in your life. So because you come from a polygamous family, you think, can everybody can we even actually see men that will not have wives, that will not have plenty wives, even those that are faithful? You now begin to console yourself with the statement that even those that we think are faithful to their wives, they have side chicks out there. They have people they do this and that with. So everybody is supposed to be like your father now because your father filled the house with women. You better wake up and stop consoling yourself with the fact that people that claim to marry one woman have plenty side chicks. So is it not even better if you now marry the woman and bring into the house and let us be plenty in the house? Is that what you really want? That's not what you want, I know. And you can actually have what you want, the best of life. It's not enough reason. I come from a polygamous family. It's not enough reason. Another thing. Okay, this also is very important. Some people will say, okay, there is a wrong pattern in our family. There's a wrong pattern in our family. My mother, my our sister, our siblings, the elderly ones, they this. My father this. My mother this. All of them, they usually have wrong. They usually get it wrong in marriage. And they think theirs is not going to be an exception. So any man that just come, let me not just stress myself. Let me just see and manage. You should break that cycle. Yes, you should break that cycle of that nonsense pattern. Let me tell you, most times, these things, we are actually the one that turn them into a curse. They are not actually a curse. Most times, I will explain, most times there could be the thing that is going on in your family is lack of knowledge. Not because there is somebody somewhere that takes pleasure or takes delight in everyone in your family missing it. Have I said there are no families like that? No, that's what I'm saying. There are families like that. But let me tell you, out of 100, 90% of families that believe they have this wrong pattern, the problem they have is with knowledge. Nobody is taking pleasure in their misfortune. Nobody is somewhere, there's no witch somewhere that is doing them. They just don't have knowledge. That means you are supposed to break the cycle of not getting knowledge. I've come across many people, many youths, many ladies, single ladies, and I've realized that people do not love knowledge. People do not like knowledge. You don't know a thing and you don't want to know it. You don't know a thing and you don't go for knowledge. That's why I see people chatting. How can I do this? People will chat me. What is this? And I will tell them, okay, get to also book. I will tell them, get to also message. I have a message on this that you can listen to that will, will give you a balanced this thing on it, and they will never appear again. They will not buy the book. They will not listen to the message. Why? They don't want knowledge. Then that person will miss it again, and the younger one will now add her into the pattern of they used to miss it in our family. Did you see that? People do not like knowledge. That is the issue, not because someone is doing them. And for the few people that actually have issues with with not getting it right, with not having a good marriage, is actually a thing in your own family. You've gotten knowledge, you've even seen people that are knowledgeable and they still fall into the pit of this same pattern. Then you need to tackle it, you need to handle it with the word of God. You need to get the word of God. Google about Bible passages that talk about having breaking generational curses. Get them, confess them, pray a prayer of faith and get knowledge. It's very important. Get knowledge with how do I get a good man? How, and after getting a good man, how do I sustain my marriage? With knowledge, it is very, very important, and it will be broken. And to you, the word of God says, the people will no longer quote this proverb. The parents have eaten sour grape, but their children's mouths poker at its taste. Another version, I think, says, will no longer say this proverb in Israel, that the parents eat sour grape and children's teeth are put on edge. So there's another version that says that. So what I'm trying to say is that you can come out of it. You can break out of that generational curse. Now, I've mentioned many things here. Okay, I remember to say, even if you are physically, you are a physically challenged person. There are physically challenged person out there. There are physically challenged people out there that are living with the best of them all. I mean the best of men. There are physically challenged men, there are women that have good husband, that treat them with love, that cherishes them, that pay attention to them, that love them, that worship the ground they walk on. So the problem is not what is going on with you. The problem is you. The problem is how you perceive what is going on with you. The problem is how you handle it. The problem is what you allow what is going on with you made out of you. And please, like I have said, if whatever it is that is going on with you at all, do not settle for less in a man. After all, those things does not even make any sense. Now, do something for me. After listening to this video, do something for me. Look around you. Look at people that have good marriages around you, that you love, that you like. Look at them. You will realize that they either have one issue or the other. They either have one challenge. Okay, let me say they have one but. What you think as but, they have it. And irrespective of that, they are still living their best life. They still live their best life with their husband. They still get it right. They still have the best of husband. I believe someone has been blessed. Thank you. God bless you.